So it had been a rough 24 hours. And as I was standing in line, at the grocery store, unpacking my bread and my milk and my eggs as they go down the conveyor belt, I was lost in my thoughts, not about my groceries, but what a horrific turn my life had taken for the worse. You see, from anybody looking in from the outside, it appeared that my life was working and working very well. But it was a lie. It was a facade, and it was a far cry from the truth, from the man that I'd hoped to be. And the truth was ugly, and I'd been running from it for years. Interrupted in my thoughts as the very polite cashier asked me, "How are you today?" I began to give the answer that we've all been conditioned to give of, "I'm good." But the truth is, I was anything but good. Good was far from where I was at. And I couldn't live the lie not one more minute. So I took a moment, and I took a deep breath, and I answered the cashier, and I said, "Today, I feel like shit." She stopped and didn't really know what to do with that. The people behind me in line took a step back as if they were about to be on an episode of Snapped. And I noticed that as everyone else got uncomfortable, I got comfortable. It was one of the first times that I really got a chance to embrace my pain and my discomfort. And it set off a path for learning and self-discovery and self-growth, and learning that on the other side of our pain is a tremendous gift if we will allow it. Because I approached my speech with integrity and truth with that young cashier. I ask you today, where are you living out of integrity, where your true answer would be different than the socially acceptable one? See, I believe that we're not living our most honest life. And that's because as a society, we're conditioned to avoid pain and discomfort. And that does not allow us to live into our full purpose. And nowhere is this more evident than in our relationships. And without relationship, there is nothing in this world that works. We all crave connection, whether that be at home with our spouse, our kids, our family members, at work with our team members and our patients and our friends. We all crave that connection. But until we're willing to look into the eyes of pain and do the work to find the gift on the other side, I believe that we will not ever really fully live into our greatness. See, the truth is that day as I was standing in line at the checkout, I was thinking about the night before where my wife and I had such a horrific fight. And we both had enough bottles of wine to drink where we really finally had the courage to say what was on our minds. And my wife's words stopped me in my tracks where she said, "Jeff, I didn't sign up for this shit. The kids and I walk around here every day on eggshells. And all we want to do is love you." I didn't even have a response because it was the truth. I was sitting at the crossroads for my marriage, my kids, my finances, my practice, and my health. My life was hanging in the balance, just dangling by a thread. Have you ever felt like that? To where everything that you wanted, everything that mattered to you in life was just hanging in the balance. See, I was a man that was operating without purpose, and a man without purpose is in a very dangerous place because he is willing to burn things down to the ground. And I was burning. I was burning down my marriage. And this would have been my second one. I would have been racking them up. But I realized that I created this. So if I created it, I had the opportunity to get my way out and to fix it. So I hired coaches and I hired mentors, and I took action immediately and implemented what I learned. And from that, I learned 3 keys to unlocking part of my best life, especially in my relationships, both business and personal. And what I can share with you is these 3 keys, if you utilize them On the other side of pain, you will find your gift. So what are the 3 keys? Key number 1, take 100% responsibility for yourself. Key number 2, radical self-truth. Key number 3, have a remarkable vision. All 3 of these keys work just like a combination to open a lock, and they all must be utilized in place. Let me unpack this for you because they also work in a feedback loop. So key number 1, take 100% responsibility for yourself. We are responsible for creating our power, our intentions, our purpose, our passion every day. And with that, we have the opportunity to create and write our own story. Key number 2, radical self-truth. It's time to get real with the facts in your life, the current reality. I had to face my reality head on. And my reality was this. As a husband, I was struggling. As a father, I was completely disconnected from our kids. As a spiritual leader in our house, I was sucking wind. I was also destroying my body because I was drinking so heavily every day just to numb the pain. And I was treating my second practice as if it was a hobby and not truly a business. And that was bringing financial stress and strain and burden into my marriage. And what I can tell you is, some of you may be able to relate to that, some of you may not. But when you can get real with the facts and look at the facts of your relationships, your business, your practice, and your health, it opens the door for creativity. You have the opportunity to create a remarkable vision. And when you can commit to that vision is something that will empower you, that will pull you forward, that will cause you to become more, to become greater, pull you out of your comfort zone. And that commitment breeds courage, and courage gives way to clarity. And clarity delivers and instills confidence. The more confident we are, and the more confident we become, the more likely it is that we are willing to take the action required. And the more action that we take, the more competent we become. And now we're right back at the beginning, because when we become more competent, we're assigned more responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to report that today my marriage is solid as can be. I am present and connected with my kids. And I've learned to become a great steward of other relationships in my life that are meaningful. So the 3 keys have secured that part of relationship for me. My vision from here is for us to look at eradicating divorce, depression, sedation, and suicide in our profession. Because it's long overdue. That's my next level. What's your next level? What truth are you ready to walk into? Whatever that truth is, I know those 3 keys can help you, just like they've helped me and hundreds of other dental professionals that we've had the honor and the privilege to coach, educate, and train. What I can tell you is we all have the opportunity to heal ourselves, our relationships, our families, our lives, and as dental professionals, we can go on to heal our patients, our practices, our team members, and our communities. And wouldn't it be great if the next time that the cashier asked, "How are you today?" you can stand in complete authenticity, confident in your truth, and say, "You know, today I feel amazing." Thank you very much.